Most effective techniques and tips on concentration meditation and insight meditation. Regarding to the practice, being concentration meditation or insight meditation, we practice by four postures, which are standing, walking, sitting, and lying. The techniques and tips to assist in practicing both meditations are elaborated as follows. Whenever we practice meditation to develop the mind, we have to do so till the utmost of suffering resulting from each posture. It means that by whatever posture we are practicing, such as standing, we have to stand till the suffering resulting from standing manifests and progresses to the highest limit that we cannot stand any more. This is the utmost of suffering. Every time we practice, we do as the Lord Buddha stated. You all come to be bhikkhu. The Dhamma is well expounded. Led a sublime life to perform righteousness till the utmost of suffering by the right way. Therefore, when we practice by four postures, we have to do according to the mentioned theory, that is to practice to the utmost of suffering when we change the posture. What is aforementioned is a very important technique and tip on every practice of Dhamma and Buddhism. It will assist well in the practice to train the mind by concentration meditation and insight meditation. In fact, we practice the Dhamma to realize the truth of life. Life is suffering which involves arising, falling away, and changing of mind and matter of compounded things. If we do not practice till the highest limit of suffering, we will not understand how suffering is, since we do not feel the suffering that occurs. This is the reason why we have to practice till the utmost of suffering. Another reason is that to practice dodge perseverance till the utmost of suffering is one way to burn down defilements. By whatever posture we practice meditation exercise, both concentration and insight, we have to practice to the utmost of suffering of that posture. We do as the Lord Buddha stated, you all come to be bhikkhu. The Dhamma is well expounded. Led a sublime life to perform righteousness till the utmost of suffering by the right way. The word of the Buddha can confirm why we have to practice till the utmost of suffering every time. This is very important and will assist in practicing concentration meditation and insight meditation fruitfully and correctly. Another most effective technique and tip for fruitful and correct meditation practice, both concentration and insight, to enable the mind to be concentrated and cultivated wisdom definitely is most effective technique and tip on food consumption at each meal. If we understand how to eat food, it will help us reap fruitful result in meditation practice in daily life. According to the Buddhist teaching, the food that we eat each meal is dirt. If we eat due to desire, pleasure, and delicious taste without reflection before eating, it means we lack mindfulness on eating. We eat according to our desire, which is defilements. As a result, we increase dirt in our mind. That is, we feed our defilements to be healthier. Therefore, we have to control food consumption. We have to hold back before eating. When we are going to eat, we have to reflect to know that food is only dirt. Realize the taste of the food that we eat as it is. By doing so, we will not be under the power or desire and defilements easily. Techniques and tip for food consumption at each meal is stop completely worrying about food consumption at each meal. Eat each time only when feeding and feeling so hungry that suffering due to hunger arises. Eat to end suffering. Eat only enough. Do not eat too much. This is the most effective technique and tip on eating for concentration meditation, insight meditation. It is very important for us to live daily life to practice to end suffering. If we stop worrying about food consumption, it is equivalent to stop desire in the taste of food we eat to feed the body that is made by defilements. It is food that we can indirectly purify the mind to be free from defilements. This is beneficial to meditation because some progress in the practice can be made. If some divine mental images appear in the mind, they will be obviously clear because the mind is pure with no defilements due to sensual desire for the food consumption. Another technique and tip on concentration meditation and insight meditation is time for the practice. In each day, we have to avail suitable time for the practice. Try to rest less but practice a lot. Sleep to 5 to 7 hours per day. The rest of the day is the time for perseverance in practicing mind continuously to be concentrated and develop insight according to the Buddhist practice. From all aforementioned, what assists a great deal in the practice for mind development is the control of food consumption at each meal. If we cannot stop worrying about food consumption, to practice concentration meditation, insight meditation, to realize suffering is very difficult because our body is made by defilements. When we are in the womb resulting from the reproductions of our parents, this is the supreme truth of life. Therefore, when we eat to pander to our desire, it is equally to pander to defilements day after day. Please notice and consider carefully whether what is mentioned is right. When planning to practice concentration meditation and insight meditation, adequate knowledge and understanding on technique and tip on food consumption are required. Try to understand it clearly so that it can be very beneficial for us in concentration and insight practices, which will fruit results certainly according to Buddhism. If we cannot follow the advice, eat a meal only due to suffer from hunger, we will not be able to practice concentration meditation and insight meditation fruitfully because the mind is still very dirty. Another small tip for fruitful practice of both concentration meditation and insight meditation is when we start practicing, we have to do continuously. It is really recommended to do throughout the day, even it is bedtime. We can sleep while meditating by lying. That is to practice continuously till we gain result. It is not recommended to practice every other day or practice without theory or to do discontinuously. The meditators have to arrange time for concentration insight practices according to their possibility and availability. Suitable length of time for the practice should not be too long or too short. Sleeping time each day should be only 5 to 7 hours. Avail regular time every day for the practice and observe it at daily activities. We need a great deal of sedulousness and patience to practice for mind development till we achieve the greatest success in Buddhism. Another point we should understand primarily is difference and similarity between concentration and insight in Buddhism. Both concentration and insight meditations are the practices for mind development to eliminate and eradicate defilements in the mind. Their results are different in value. Concentration, samadhi, is one-pointedness of mind, mental concentration practiced to make mind calm and develop insight. It can be stated that concentration is exercised to make the mind well established and calm without 6 hindrances: sensual desire, ill will, sloth, torpor, distraction, anxiety, doubt, and ignorance. Concentration is practiced by concentrating on sense objects. For instance, concentrating on inhalation, exhalation. It is aimed to make the mind calm and powerful. We have to practice the mind, control it to concentrate on a sense object by means of each meditation practice. For example, mindfulness on breathing, anapanasati. We watch at the nose tip to observe respiration. During the concentration meditation, the mind will be concentrated. Defilements in the mind cannot exercise themselves easily because the power of mental concentration will intimidate or tyrannize over defilements. The power of concentration cannot eradicate defilements, but only intimidate them temporarily. When we stop practicing concentration meditation, defilements sometimes occur again like a stone sitting on grass. When we remove the stone, the grass will grow up beautifully as usual. Likewise, when we stop concentration meditation, defilements of the mind can grow up and manifest themselves as unwholesomeness through body, speech, and other sense doors, as they used to do if we are not careful and do not control ourselves by religious precepts. Therefore, remember this well to teach ourselves that the power of concentration cannot eradicate completely defilements, but only withhold and tyrannize over them. The result from practicing concentration meditation for mind development the highest level is called 8 meditative attainments, samapati. They are the results from mental concentration from the level of the 4 absorptions jhana of the fine material spheres, rupa jhana 4, and the 4 absorptions of the formless spheres, arupa jhana 4. Yet we cannot completely eradicate defilements. Moreover, our jhana has a chance to decline every moment if we are careless, do not observe precepts, By concentration meditation, we can practice the mind to be concentrated but cannot attain nibbana, the ultimate wholesomeness in Buddhism. We should understand clearly concentration meditation as well, since it will be advantageous for us. When we practice, we will be able to do it with right understanding and right knowledge. Mental images resulting from concentration meditation and insight meditation are different from one another. We have to remember them also. Insight. Vipassana means ability to see and understand the truth about people or situation. That means training to cultivate wisdom to realize that compounded things are impermanent, subject to suffering, and devoid of immortal soul according to the three characteristics. Insight is the wisdom developed from practicing the teachings, Dhamma. Insight meditation is aimed to practice the mind to develop wisdom. Insight meditation is exercised by watching the characteristics of compounded things to realize the truth according to the three characteristics. We have to be mindful of the arising and falling away of mind and matter, nama rupa, which are the true characteristics of all compounded things, both living and non-living. The sense objects for insight practice are mind and matter appearing as six sense doors. The insight meditation is, therefore, the practice to really cultivate wisdom because it enables mind to develop more mindfulness and awareness of the body so that we can realize suffering of body by watching mind and matter appearing mainly at body door. This is to enable mind to know thoroughly the state of our life, which is a rising and falling away of mind and matter. In fact, this is to enable mind to develop mindfulness and a clear consciousness in order to know thoroughly suffering of body. Knowing thoroughly suffering, we can be aware of defilements. Being aware of defilements, we can cultivate wisdom to be able to know how to carefully eradicate defilements completely. This is insight practice. Therefore, insight meditation in Buddhism is the practice for mind development in order to really eradicate defilements in mind directly. This will enable the insight practitioners to achieve the ultimate goal in Buddhism correctly. This is the direct way to attain Nibbana, the supreme wholesomeness in Buddhism. It is different from concentration meditation, which cannot enable us to attain the ultimate goal in Buddhism. This is the difference between concentration meditation and insight meditation. In terms of practice for mind development, we should know and understand the difference so that it will be beneficial for us to practice as a person with right knowledge and clear understanding in accordance with the Buddhist means.